Hello everyone, you're on to Healthy Options with Maureen. Today we'll be making some goat curry. The good thing about goat is that compared to its counterparts, when you serve them in similar portions, it's richer in iron than either the beef or the pork meat. Another good thing about the goat meat is that it's lower in cholesterol. This particular goat curry may be time consuming, but it's actually pretty easy to prepare, because all you need to do is, once you've done putting all the ingredients in the pot, you just cover and let it simmer away. If you have a slow cooker, this will work really well for it too. Come with me as we make this, I know you will like it. If you do like this recipe, I'll be glad if you can subscribe by clicking on the red button towards the end of the video. Thank you. So for our goat curry, we'll be needing some goat meat, some red onion, some tomato. You can see this has already been cut into chunks, some red pepper, olive oil, chicken masala, some curry powder, some potatoes, just a little bit of this, ginger garlic paste, some coriander, some salt, some garam masala, and last but not the least, some cumin. So first things first, we'll be pouring our olive oil onto the pot, and I'm going to set it on heat and let it just warm up a little bit. Then I'll show you what next to do. I'll be adding my onions. As you can see, it's barely warm, and we begin to stir. So I'll let this soften and become translucent, then we will proceed from there. So as you can see, it has softened quite a bit. The next thing that will be going in now is the ginger garlic paste. So that goes in, and we give it a stir. So after a few seconds of adding on the ginger garlic paste, the chicken masala goes in, and you stir. Then the curry powder goes in as well, simultaneously with the chicken masala. You stir. As it is right now, I've turned down the heat because spices tend to get burnt very easily. So I'll stir this and let it hang on for a couple more seconds. Then we'll be throwing in the salt and then the goat meat. So I just stirred for a few seconds. The next thing that will be going in will be the salt. You stir. Then the red bell peppers go in as well. So you have your red bell peppers in there as well. You stir. Now we'll be throwing in the goat meat. So we'll be stirring now. So at this point, I'm going to turn down my heat to a very low heat, and I'll let this bring out its own juices and cook in its own fluid. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll cover this and I'll come back after a couple of minutes and show you what it looks like. So after about 7 minutes, you can see how much juice the goat meat has released on its own, which is what we are looking for. We are looking for it to cook itself in its own fluid just until all the spices are able to soak in. Then just right about when it starts drying up, we'll add more water. With time, I will turn up the heat so that it can cook properly. So I will cover it and I'll let it keep doing its thing. After a while, you can notice it's beginning to boil. So right now I'll be adding more water into it because the water has started drying up already. Just enough water to cover the surface to be able to cook it through. So I'll come back and show you what it looks like after some time. So it's been about 2 hours, and you can see the meat is quite soft and quite tender now. So we'll be adding on the other ingredients. So the next thing that goes in will be the tomato. You stir. Then the garam masala and cumin, they go in at once as well. You stir. I'll be adding a bit of water now because as you can see it's beginning to thicken. So I'll be adding quite a bit of water to loosen it up to the consistency I'm looking for. So the water goes in and you stir. Then the last thing that will be going in will be some potatoes. So the potatoes go in. And right now I'm going to cover and let it do its thing until the potatoes soften. Then I'll show you how I serve. So that's exactly how your goat curry will look like by the time it's completely cooked. Depending on the consistency you want, you could leave it to become a little bit thicker, but this consistency is just perfect and right for me. So I'll be plating it now to show you how I serve. So that's exactly how I will serve my goat curry with some steamed spinach and basmati rice. I hope you give this recipe a go and let us know what your take is on it. Please, if you do like this recipe, I would like for you to subscribe by clicking at the red button towards the end of the video. Thank you.